Hi there. This video is going to be about motivation. Mm. Uh, we have had we get bombarded with so much information. Everyone tells us, "Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that," and sometimes with so many things on the wish list, or so many things that we feel that we have to get done, we feel overwhelmed. Where should we start? What's important? How to prioritize? So this video is going to answer those questions. So we should always ask ourselves in life, what are the things that are important to us? What are the things that are worthwhile to do? Okay, let's start when we were just a little toddler, a baby. I mean, not a suckling infant, but somebody who is already ready to walk. So you're going to start taking baby steps, and instead of being pushed around in a pram or being, little Joey, carried around by mom. You want to start to become independent. You want to discover the world. You want to start to do great things. So you want to be able to walk by yourself. Not to be always assisted. So you start with baby steps, and babies, they have a lot more bones. You know that. Everybody knows this. Babies have so many more bones compared to adults, where things harden, and then bones fuse together. What used to be a few pieces, they are now rigid, and even the kneecap patella of a baby is just a cartilage, soft stuff. Can easily be pliable. Doesn't really get destroyed if the little guy crashes onto the pavement, onto concrete. So they are with more built-in airbags, cushions to protect themselves against falls. But really, at the beginning, you got to get out of mom's womb, right? So if you are totally rigid, it's really hard on mom. So you got to be soft, pliable, able to be squeezed just to come on into this beautiful world. So once you're out, stay soft for a while. You are protected. When you start to take those baby steps, you fall, or we fall, and we don't get hurt. You can see cry a bit, but then fall down. Then mom says, "Okay, stop crying," and you stop crying, but you're not really hurt. So, how long did it take for us to become really good at walking? Before we could start. Then maybe do some running, then maybe do some skipping or hopping, go on one leg, hop, one leg, and do all those interesting things that you see people doing. Took a long time, took a very long time, months, years. Same thing, today we take for granted our gift of speech, being able to express ourselves with sound. How long did it take to learn a language, to learn how to speak properly? Took time as well, right? So what I figured out is everything that is worthwhile to learn is something that will enhance our life. And it usually takes time to mold the body, to reshape, to imprint into our reflexes, the memory of the muscles of the nervous system and so on, that we create a kind of habit. You learn that habit, you learn the skill, you learn the habit. You don't have to think, it comes out by itself. So do you think before you walk? No, it's a habit, right? You can walk because it's already the memory of how the motion should be when to contract, when to relax, how to angle your body, everything is there. And it's but it took a long time to build that into yourself. Can you imagine if you didn't have skills? Can you imagine that if you tried to, make a cup of coffee and then you hold that cup of coffee, your hands start to shake, and then you drop the glass, drop the cup, it falls on the ground, on the floor, it breaks into many zillion pieces, coffee all over. Who's going to clean up the mess? You, yeah. I mean, most of us have to clean up our mess. Not everybody has other people to clean our mess for us. So when you make a mess, life becomes very troublesome. You have to sweep away the broken pieces of porcelain or of ceramic on the floor. You have to take a tissue or a rag to wipe up the coffee. Oh, and you're gonna buy a new cup, and you don't have that. You don't have that coffee that you wanted to drink. So life becomes very hard if you cannot do things correctly. Can you imagine trying to brush your teeth and then you can't hold the brush, or you brush and then you poke holes inside yourself, you start having a mouthful of bleeding gums. So you can't do things well. You cannot serve yourself well. You will make your life will be miserable, Even if you cannot do anything well and everybody is doing it for you, they will never do it to your satisfaction. You will never have happiness as well. So there is a lot of happiness, a lot of satisfaction, and a lot of reward for anybody who has bothered to learn to do things well. Because those things could even be your daily, the skills for daily life, daily living, like making a cup of coffee, wearing your clothes. Yeah. So, and now let's come to swimming. You see somebody swimming really well, wow, he's going like this, boom, he's so graceful and so effortless, so like, I like to swim like that too, looks good, something worthwhile to emulate, looks good. Yeah. So we see something good and we say, hey, I want to do that. So you start to ask people, you do research, you check the internet, look for videos, instructional videos, and you try it out in the pool yourself. You try. Can you do it immediately? Is it so easy to learn? Good swimming? No, usually not. Unless you are gifted. If you are gifted, you are already swimming very well. Then you just need to polish up your skill, and you just need to become more polished, meaning that you become really good. Yeah. But most of us are not like that. Not everybody is gifted, okay, or born lucky with perfect kung fu bones, or perfect alignment, well balanced body, supple, flexible, strong, coordinated. Not everybody is like that. You start off maybe being a bit stiff, a bit misaligned. One side is tight, the other side is not. We have all kinds of impediments. We are handicapped in our own way. So when you want to learn a new skill, you got to undo all those impediments. You got to throw them out one by one, so that they become history. So that you now wear the qualification, and you are now like physically endowed with a configuration, of muscle, bone, and nerves that are qualified to swim like that guy who's going very impressive, Superman, on the water, otter, dolphin, whatever. So yeah, Michael Phelps, okay, he's good, he's really good. And we start to, we train. We have to really build in the new we have to let our body learn a new habit. So we train, and it's worthwhile. Then if you look at what I've been doing, sometimes I swim with my face facing the sky, face up, and normally when you swim facing up, you swim backstroke, right? You go backwards, and you can't see where you're going. You usually bump into people, or you got to see, hey, here's the line of flags, and then that means I have how many more strokes left before I hit the wall, and go boom like this. It's no fun to go at high speed and crash on the wall, with your head. No fun. I've done it before. It's no fun. So if you go backwards, you can't see where you're going. And of course, you could arch your chin, your neck, and then try to look behind. You can. If you have a very flexible neck, you can. If you even can even go underwater, with your eyes. Nose is still above, and you go underneath, and you will see the wall coming. No problem. If you have a flexible neck, you will see where you're going. Yeah. So that helps with the jala thing, the jala thing. If you really want to work on this, where the orbit and I don't know whether it's called orbit or not, but you have the atlas and the skull and that kind of rotation with this one, jawbone here, this whole bit here. If you want to loosen that up, and you're going up and down, water is supporting your body, only your head is sticking out, so the hinge becomes your neck. See, so that really helps. Actually, you know how to open your mouth and close from time to time, and things could loosen up here really well for you. Okay, now back to floating on the back. So if you are floating on the back and you're going backwards, you crash into things. Why don't you go forward instead? So you can see where you're going. You can see where you're going, and it's really fun, because it's like you are paddling a boat, isn't it? You paddle a boat. You look backwards and then you paddle forwards. No, you look in front and you paddle like that. So you can see where you're going. It's not really nice. You can relax, and you know where you're going. You feel secure. You feel safe. You feel comfortable. It's good. It's enjoyable, pleasurable. So if you can swim like that, it's great, because even the nose is above the water. Yeah, that's where it should be. The dolphins. I didn't know for a long time. That dolphins had their noses at the back here. So their eyes are here. Their nose. The mouth is here, but their air hole, their blowhole is somewhere at the back. Same with whales and all those mammals that swim like that. Where the spine is going like that. Not like a fish. Fish is normally going like this. Fish is going transverse, like I'll show it in this video. They're going like this. The fish will swim like this, left, right, left, right, left, right. Whereas a whale will go like this. A dolphin will go like this. Fish, like this. Yeah, so it's the way the spine flexes. So we are mammals. We are going to flex like a dolphin or manatee or otter, Yeah. So it helps a lot when we are swimming on our back, because the nose is in the right place. You don't have to use so much effort or put in so much effort to come up to get air. Imagine you're swimming breaststroke, okay? Slow breaststroke maybe. Okay, then the head sticks out, the nose is above the water. But when you do that, you usually find your legs sinking, unless you're arching your neck. So your legs are sinking. You have a lot of resistance over here. So that's also one way. It's not really tiring, you swim breaststroke and you allow your head to go down, you pop up and down. That's okay. Very relaxed. That's also one way. You can see where you're going. Yeah, but with the breaststroke, where you want to have your head above all the time, above the water, that you need more effort. You have to pull a bit harder, a bit more difficult. Yeah. So there's also a way to swim forward and be relaxed. That's breaststroke. Freestyle, not really. You got to go at a certain speed, then it makes sense. Same thing with butterfly. Butterfly is a very intense stroke. You just got to put in the power. You don't put in the power, forget about swimming butterfly. Unless your hand recovery is done inside the water, then it slows you down. Yeah, it's also possible, but it's your choice. But you won't see the sky. See, or if you do breaststroke like this, you won't see the sky. You see a bit of the sky. You don't see much. And but if you're lying on your back, sky is all there. Panorama all around. You can see birds. You can see the eagles up there, the hawks, seahawks. They're fishing, and you can see everything. You see flocks of birds flying across. You see everything. Believe me. And see the clouds. You see the sun dogs, like those rainbows that like a halo around the sun, during midday. Start seeing all these things. See the trees, see the buildings around. You see a different kind of landscape. And of course, if you just look down a bit, you will see who is swimming in front of you, so you don't crash into that guy. You can take action to to steer. And yeah, that's it. So if you want to do these things, you just have to spend time doing it. Spend time learning it. It's not going to happen in just one lesson or one session. Yeah. And if you really want to swim like this and you don't want to spend time training or adjusting your body or letting your body adjust to the new kind of direction or style or habit, then you buy a boat. Yeah, you sit on a boat and then you buy a kayak, and then that's it. Yeah, so I have this thing, inside me, it says, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So if I don't want to swim, I don't want to have the ability to swim, I don't want to have the ability to walk, then I need a machine. Then I remain unable to do these things if I want to, and I depend on the machine 100% of the time. And if anybody can be happy with that, okay, I have no arguments. It's your choice. Yeah, but if you want to swim like that guy who is going like that, and you think it's really cool, and you like to have the idea of having the nose on the right, side of the water, that means being able to breathe freely, without having to pop up and down. Like most strokes you have to pop up and down, except for backstroke. So if you want to have that possibility, then let's swim that way. It will take some time to learn it, but after you learn it, maybe after 1 year, maybe a few months, I don't know, some people take longer, some people take shorter. I take a shorter time, then you have it. Then it's part of you. It's part of your repertoire. You can have it. It's just a skill that you have. You can be somebody who walks around and can't do somersaults, do backflips, or whatever. But, and then you have somebody who walks around but can do that too. So it's up to you. You can add to your repertoire, to your array of skills in life, or you can remain limited to whatever you're comfortable with, and it's also okay. It's also okay. Yeah, it's perfectly okay. So do what you like, and if it interests you, then then develop the skill. It will enrich your life too. It possibly, and it will enrich your life. Okay, that's it for this video. Take care. Cheers. Bye.